Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to the chat. This is your homegirl, Arabian Barbosa, 914, Westchester County, New York, coming to you with another live video, aka the BT1000, aka the Jeeper Creeper on this shit, aka Lucy the Vampire, aka the German Shepherd in the goddamn room. Good morning, everyone. I know it's early in the morning, but I'm just now waking up from my little nap. I was listening to OSD video with just Jay and Lance on the panel, and that's all I remember. I don't remember anything else. Yesterday was a long day. My day, of course, as everyone knows, starts at 3:30 in the morning. 3:30 in the morning. I went to the job. Had me downtown. At least that was the decent part about everything yesterday. They had me downtown. I was working at the site. And, because as soon as I came in, I had to help sweep down all there. So I had to go all the way to the 6th floor. Thank God this building only has 6 floors instead of 12. So I had to climb stairs, 6 flight of stairs. He worked on one end and I worked on the other, sweeping down the stairs. Then we swept the bottom floor. Then we went to the 2nd floor. Then we went outside and started picking up trash around the dumpster. Then we took a cigarette break. Yo, we found money outside on that construction site. Now, see, I was smoking my cigarette, you guys, minding my own business. And I was coming across another area. It was like a fenced-in area with some equipment in it. And I saw some money laying on the ground. I didn't see how to get in to the area. So I told my coworker, I said, oh, it's some money on the ground. Go into the air. So this is the 2nd time this week I found money on the floor. The first time is when I went to the pantry. I went to the pantry. I picked up some food items. And as I was taking everything back in the cart, I was walking and found $20. Then I went to work yesterday, found money. So then when we got off, I got on the bus and I came home. I was exhausted. I listened to Lonnie when Lonnie went live earlier, and she said something about the Stairmasters, what kind of workout she's doing. Lord have mercy. Lonnie, we're doing the Stairmasters for an hour. Can you imagine doing that all day long? Shout out to Lonnie. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Oh my God, I am so tired. I'm still tired. But I have to get up. I have to get up and I have to get on the bus. And before I leave this house, I have to call down there I might as well call now, you guys, and leave a voice message and let them know I'm coming on the bus. Because if they don't see you between 6:15 and 6:30, they will replace you. And I can't afford to lose my place on this ticket. Because yesterday I had got a repeat on the ticket. And we're gonna be off tomorrow. We're gonna be off tomorrow, which tomorrow is Thursday. We come back Friday. I need to work Friday as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get up this money for this electric bill. That's the only, real big concern I'm having. Because the electric bill is like a ghost. It just haunts me. Because you guys remember the last electric bill I had, it was $634. This light bill that I received in the mail, is a little over 300. Shout out to the chat. Still don't know why it's that high, but it is what it is. Shout out to the chat. So I am still very tired. I know I'm gonna be up and down the stairs today, so I might as well get my candies together and take them with me to go on this job. On this particular job, you don't necessarily need to wear boots. So maybe that'll help, not wearing the boots. Shout out to the chat. So and the man didn't give us 8 hours on the ticket. I was late coming. I didn't come to that job until 9:00 yesterday morning, but the man gave me 9 hours anyway. So we get an hour lunch, we get paid, and then I go on the bus, and then I go the fuck home. And then Friday I'll start all over again. A shout out to the chat. This is letting me know that I'm getting too old for this shit. I was outside the dispatch office yesterday, and I was talking to some of my coworkers, and I said to them, I don't know how the conversation went around my age. I said, well, I'm 52 years old, and I deserve not to work as hard as I used to in my 30s and 20s and 40s. They looked at me and they said, Arabia, you joking? You 52? I said, yeah, man. I said, man, shit, I'll be 53 in March. So I got 2 more years to start getting the discounts of the senior citizens. Even in New York, I would have senior citizens discounts. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Thank you for coming in this morning. I know it's early. I don't have a fiery sermon about the Christian church this morning. I don't have a fiery sermon about Trump, the president, his lying ass. I did post on my short videos that he is a liar, and there was a picture of a dragon blowing fire. Yo, they put it on limited. They trying to censor anyone doing negative content about the president of the United States. What's wrong with me expressing my First Amendment rights and giving my opinion about this clown? A shout out to the chat. Oh, good morning, brother. It's good to see you. I know it's early. Well, where you're at is probably not as early as it is over here. Over here, I believe it's a little after 2:00 in the morning. I usually get up. Excuse me. I usually get up around 3:30 in the morning to get myself together to go to work, because I usually walk downtown. But this morning, I will be taking the bus around 6:00, because that's what time this bus comes. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to you. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, man. Whew. I put down the truth about President Trump, and they put my video. They didn't restrict it, but they put it on limited, and then they put a caution sign. I said, oh, I don't like that. So I took down the video. See, I don't like when people do that because they did that to me about another video I did, and it was about a racist female that's in this sector. She's been stalking me for almost 3 years now. And there was one particular morning I did a live video and she came into the chat. I had to block her. I had to ban her, after I cursed her out. And then we got another racist. He comes over here. And he mostly shows up when I drop the link and he tries to hit the link. And I had to kick him out the other day. Had to get my moderators. He was in that. I told my moderators, strike his ass, get him. And they was on it. But I hope all is well with you. I hope all is well with you. Yeah, anyone that comes into the chat, I hope everything is well with them. So I'm not going to be up here very long. But I will say this. I am one tired person. Even though I'm doing this video right now, I'm doing it barely. Barely. I'm like Donna Gunnan right now. I can barely see. I can barely hear what I'm talking about. I can barely do anything. Shout out to Donna Gunnan. They got that young lady in prison for a crime she says that she did not commit. I believe, this is what I believe. I believe she was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I believe she did know what happened to that older gentleman that got, I don't like to say it because it was so horrible what happened to that older gentleman over his debit credit card. And, sometimes things like that happens, especially in certain areas, certain neighborhoods. People feel destitute. They feel defeated. And sometimes that feeling of defeation will lead you to do some things maybe you didn't plan on doing. So yesterday I went to lunch at the soup kitchen at the church on America Street because that's usually where everybody goes to go get their lunch, whether they're working, whether they're homeless, whatever. So I went down there and they were serving turkey sandwiches on white bread with mayonnaise and mustard and cheese. And I don't mean no harm, you guys. When I sat down to eat my sandwiches, because they only give you two, and I felt relaxed. I really did. And it was really good. I couldn't get any more sandwiches, so they offered me some soup, and I didn't want that. And then I saw that they had some yogurt, so I got me a thing of yogurt and sat down and ate that. Got me some juice, drank that, and then maybe 2 minutes later, I went back down to the job site, and like I said, we was working outside, cleaning up the outside area, and then we went inside. And I saw everything we have to do for this building, you guys. So I don't mean no harm. He need to take one floor. I need to take the next floor. Just start sweeping everything up, putting everything in the trash cans, and dumping that stuff before lunchtime. Because we usually get off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But yesterday we got off at 4. We got off at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I walked to the office. I handed in my ticket. And then later on, I got on the bus. I got on the bus. So shout out to the chat. Yeah, man. Woo. Yeah, so I watched some of the OSD live stream yesterday before I closed my eyes. And I saw Just Jay was on the panel, and some guy named Lance was on the panel, and Mr. Oates was on the panel. Of course, the host, OSD, was on the panel. Now, it sounded like everything was okay and copacetic. So, as I was listening, my eyes got heavy. And before I knew it, I was no longer looking at the screen. The screen was looking at me, and I was looking at my eyelids, because this whole house was dark. The whole house became dark as soon as my eyelids closed. Shout out to the chat. So I'm up this morning. I know I gotta start getting ready. Take the shower. Cause I take my shower when I come in. So I take me another shower and then put on my clothes and then start heading to the bus around 5:30. I might take the other bus. I'm starting to think to take the 10 instead of taking the 11, because the 10, I think the 10 arrives a little bit earlier, but we shall see. We shall soon see, soon come. Yeah, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to these YouTube streets. I didn't get a chance to view anyone else's videos. I was way too tired. Oh, happy birthday to Letitia Third Eye. Happy birthday to Letitia Third Eye. Shout out to Letitia. Yo, shout out to her. I've been knowing Letitia for a couple of years now. She is one of the female, well, should I say, one of the women editors in the sector. She's one of them. It's her, and it's Triple S Edits. So it's Letitia Third Eye and Triple S Edits that are the top women content creators that do the drops. Or and their little videos are so funny. Their little videos are so funny. I enjoy it. Oh, Lord, excuse me. Excuse me, everyone. Oh, Lord. So shout out to everyone that's in the chat. Those that are not here, I hope they will catch the replay. I don't know how long this video is going to be. In order to even do a video highlight, because usually I do video highlights too, and I transform them into like little short songs, whatever the YouTube streets allows me to do for my short videos. Shout out to the short videos. So yesterday I also posted where I was working. So some of you that have been knowing me for a while, you recognize the building. You recognize the area because we've worked there before. Yes, chat. We have worked there before. You have been with me on that job several times. You have been with me on that job when I had the repeat ticket. You have been with me on a lot of jobs. The recycling plant right here in North Charleston, most construction sites, you've been with me. Last year, I was washing dishes. You was with me then. Yeah, so there was a lot of changes and a lot of stuff that stayed the same. And here it is, 2026. And the Chinese zodiac for this year is the fire horse. Shout out to the chat. I'm a water ox. I'm a water ox, and we had the water ox years ago. Years ago, before I left New York. Uh-huh. That's the last time I remember the year of the water ox. And then there was one year we had the year of the rooster. And then after that, it was the year of the rabbit. And this year was the year of the snake. And this year coming will be the year of the fire horse. Shout out to the chat. I'm trying to read my chat to see everyone that's in here. I recognize one gentleman that was in here because I watch his videos too, you know. R3, well, good morning. Blessings to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone that supports this channel. So yesterday when I was listening to OSD, I had posted the short video of a dragon, a fire-breathing dragon, because that is what I associate the United States government as being. A dragon of destruction, a dragon of death, a dragon of deceiving, a dragon of lying, a dragon that only wishes to conquest, to conquer their victims. And they did the bombing of Nigeria on Christmas Day. How evil is that? And then he lies, President Trump lied and said he received word that ISIS, which is a terrorist group, so-called terrorist group, was over there in that area of Africa. He did not attack Nigeria because of no terrorists. He attacked them because he wants the resources that are available in that country. The United States is angry with the African countries on the African continent because they want the resources. They don't want the people. They don't value the people. They want the gold. They want the silver. They want the diamonds. They want the oil. They want whatever resources that Africa has. And Africa told the United States, a lot of the governments over there told the United States a few months ago, almost a year ago, that they will no longer be doing business with the United States. They would be mostly dealing with Russia and China. And can you blame them? Because in all their years of dealing with the United States has robbed them blind, has kept the people over there in poor conditions, kept the people over there starving. We had one young man who became president over one of the African countries over there. And he said that he didn't want no dealings with any of these corrupt governments that's in Europe and in America. Everyone is tired of America's bullshit. They're tired of her tonteria. They're tired of her lies. They're tired of her bullying them. They're tired. They got a song on the YouTubes. It's called Stay the Fuck Out of Black People Business. The African people on the continent of Africa. Our brothers and sisters over there need to tell the world just that. Stay the fuck out of African business. Stay the fuck out of the original Asiatic black man and black woman's business. Stay the fuck out of black people's business. For real. Because every time they get involved with our business, they steal from us. They rape. They murder. They conquer. They colonize. They enslave. It's not about helping. When the fox hears the rabbit yell and scream, he's not coming to help. He's coming to destroy and to eat. And that is what the United States has been doing for quite some time, for many, many years. And people are tired of it. They've been tired of it since the 1960s. I was on the job, right? And I was talking about, some of the stuff that was going on in Africa. And I told the young man I was working with, I said, well, I don't have nothing against Africans because my great-grandfather is African. This young man told me that's not true. My great-grandfather is not African. I said, what are you talking about? My great-grandfather comes from the Cape Verdean Islands, 10 little islands in Northwest Africa. Yes. He comes from Africa. So, of course, I'm going to feel sympathy and empathy for the people in Africa because I got African blood running through my veins. If anybody knows anything about the Cape Verdean Islands or the history of the Cape Verdean Islands, the people over there are racially mixed with Portuguese and African. Shout out to the chat. And like I explained to people, my great-grandfather, when he came to this country years ago, when he got on the boat and appeared in this country, what did they write on the piece of paper when he wrote down his name? They wrote down that he was a white man. My great-grandfather was not a white man. My great-grandfather was a mulatto, but he looked white. You could actually say he was Creole. He looked white, but he wasn't white. He came to this country. He married his wife, which is my great-grandmother, great-grandma Barbosa, shout out to the chat, which is my grandmother's mother. Shout out to the chat. And that particular woman, that young lady, she was Native American. So I got Native American, African, and European blood running through my veins. Shout out to the chat. And that's the truth of it. A lot of us are racially mixed, but we go by what we see in the mirror. If you look black, you're black. And a lot of you don't understand that they reclassified the Native Americans, some of the Native American tribes, as being black, as being Negro. Shout out to the chat, even though they are, in truth, indeed, Native American. We've been all over this earth. Our race was here first. We have been here in America. We have been over there in Asia, Africa, Europe, all over the world. All over the world. If you go to Mexico, you will see that there are Mexicans with dark complexion. as we do, as we have here in America. You will go to South America, you will find the same thing. Go to China, you will find the same thing. Go to Japan, you will find the same thing. Go to Pakistan, you will find the same thing. Go to India, you will find the same thing. Go anywhere in the world. We are there because we were here first. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to these YouTube streets. So yes, it is my honest opinion that Donald Trump is a dragon. He represents everything that is of Hades, of hell itself. That man is a racist. That man is a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody else say. And I don't give a fuck how I'm being censored as saying it. He's a liar. He's the same thing as President Bush that talked about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. There was no weapons of mass destruction. The only thing that was over there was oil and other resources. Anywhere America goes and they want to steal the resources from the people that is in these other countries, they will automatically make up a fucking lie. Shout out to the chat. They have done it over and over and over again. And what people need to understand and realize, this government doesn't give a fuck about you. It doesn't give a fuck about me. It doesn't give a fuck about nothing. And you should have seen the proof. We recently was faced with some of these difficulties when the government had shut down, and all of a sudden, the food stamp benefits of 42 million people were cut off because the government had shut down. The government was shut down, but your taxes didn't shut down. Did they? Did they stop taking taxes out of your paycheck? They said the government was shut down, but did your mortgage payment shut down? Did your rental payment shut down? Did your utilities payment shut down? Did you buying gas shut down? What has shut down? A bunch of elite motherfuckers that's sitting over there on Capitol Hill arguing about a bunch of bullshit. Another case of tonteria. They're talking about medical insurance. Well, why don't America do like every other country does? Free medical care. Free. Shout out to the chat. And the only time you pay over there really out of pocket for anything is when you do get sick. Over here, they want you to pay when you're well. They want you to pay when you're sick. They want you to pay when you're fucking dying. Shout out to the chat. I have come across people who were dying of cancer, who applied for disability benefits. And you know what? They were turned down. They were denied their benefits. But we got these young motherfuckers out here in the fucking world talking about they hearing voices and they seeing visions and illusions, and they've never worked a day in their life, and they get a $700 SSD check, SSI check every fucking month. Someone explain this to me. How you get benefits that you didn't fucking work for? Motherfuckers been on that shit most of their fucking lives. From the time they were 12 all the way to now, adulthood. Some of these motherfuckers got kids. If you're disabled, why are you having children? Your pussy not disabled. Your dick and balls ain't disabled. Ain't nothing wrong with those people. If those people can turn around and have children after a few years of being on SSI and SSD, I think they should be reevaluated because now their children might be in danger. Shout out to the chat. That's another thing. We need to stop all these unfit motherfuckers from having fucking kids. If you're fucking poor and you can't afford your own self, you can't afford a pair of shoes, you can't afford to pay your rent and your fucking bills, maybe you shouldn't have children. For real, for real. In a few more years, just like in order to operate a car or any kind of vehicle, you have to get licensed. In a few more years, you're going to have to be licensed in this country to even have children. They're going to want to evaluate you. And they're building prisons. We got 6 states in the United States of America right now that are on their way of using pandemic money to build these fucking prisons. You mean to tell me a few weeks ago the government had shut down, 42 million people didn't have their food stamp benefits, but the government got money, all this secret money that's supposed to help during a pandemic or during a hurricane or during any kind of disaster in this country. They're using the money to fucking build prisons. They're already building robots. They're already building certain things to take over certain jobs. Where you think most Americans going to be in the next, 10, 15 years? They're going to be an inmate somewhere. That is what they're planning on doing. When these robots take over these jobs, these certain jobs that they're not going to need human bodies for anymore, you will be in someone's maximum security prison. Shout out to the chat. You will be an inmate. And they will use your labor, your prison labor. You will be paid $1.40 an hour instead of $15 an hour, instead of $25 an hour, instead of $30 an hour. Some of you get salary. Be prepared to be an inmate in the next 15, 20 years because they're building these prisons. They already got certain buildings already in place right now to mass incarcerate. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. And that's real. That's the truth of it. So this is your homegirl, Arabia Bambosa. I say good morning to everyone. Shout out to you, Habari, Zaha Saburi, Karibu Nimbani Kewango, Twendi Zetu, Kuja na mimi, Kula Jakula, Miji Baridi, Kuvuta Kiti, Kachini, Unakaribishwa, Marafiki, Yango. Yeah. Come with me. Let us go our own way. Come with me to get something to eat. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my chat. Welcome to my channel. You are welcome. Jifurahishe. Jifurahishe. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to Letitia Third Eye, for celebrating her born day today. She said today is her born day, not her birthday. It's her born day. Shout out to you, my sister. Been knowing you for a long time on these YouTube streets. I truly, truly respect and appreciate you, and I love you very much. Happy born day. May you have many more, and may you be happy and prosperous, because the future of this country is very bleak. I see nothing of good in the future of America. I found money twice this week on the floor, on the grounds. When I come outside this house, all I need now is the Michael Jackson suitcase with $100,000 in it. Just give me $100,000, put a couple of pieces of gold and silver and some diamonds in there, and you will see me disappear. I get me a whole new address. I might be living with one of my moderators while y'all playing. Or one of my support team. Don't let me find a Michael Jackson suitcase. Moderators, bless up. Shout out to y'all. Y'all, I had to laugh. I had to laugh for a little bit because I was getting fiery and upset with Trump and his lying-ass ways and this Congress and the Senate and how the people on Capitol Hill are not working for the best interest of you and me. They don't give a fuck about us. They're building prisons for us. They're building to incarcerate us in the next few years. Shout out to the chat. Some of you are going to be doing 5, maybe 10 years in someone's prison on a trumped up charge. The only crime you're going to really be guilty of is being a United States citizen and being human. That is what your crime is going to be. But they're not going to charge you in those words. They will charge you with another type of crime that they can keep you, incarcerate you for at least between 5 and 10 years. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Tiptoe through the tulips. Tiptoe through the garden. Shout out to the chat. And that's reality. That's real. Y'all better start looking. For y'all that live, I'm going to give you one state that they're building these new prisons in. They're building prisons right now in the state of Georgia. In the state of Georgia. So where's all my YouTube creators that live in the state of Georgia? Why are you not reporting about this? Why do I have to find certain things online and have to report on what's going on in your state? And I'm not really concerned with anything else. I am concerned with the building of prisons. I am concerned with the planning of American citizens, innocent American citizens, becoming inmates. You will no longer have your name. You will have a number. For 6 years and 7 months, my name was not Arabia. My name was inmate 22, 16, 44, 6 years, 7 months. 3 years and 9 months on someone's SHIELD program because they didn't want to put up with my tonteria. Shout out to the chat. I was younger then, and I didn't give a fuck about nothing and nobody. I'm 52 years old now. Thank God I'm getting older. Because if I was getting any younger, a lot of people would be in fucking trouble. For real, for real. Seriously. Because sometimes you get tired of talking. But it's against the law. It's against the law to really do some of the things you need to do, even though you might be right about doing it. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to my support team. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to my YouTube creators. Yo, shout out to everyone that fucks with me, Arabia Barbosa. You rock out with me, I'm going to rock out with you. We going to support each other. Shout out to the chat. But in the meantime, I'm going to be telling the truth about these prisons. Hey, people in Georgia, they're building prisons in your state. What say you? Especially some of you YouTube creators that live down there. You should be opening up your mouth about what's going on in Georgia. You don't report on anything, right? I'm not saying all of you don't, but some of you don't. Shout out to the chat. Report on that. Report on how they're building these prisons. And the first people that going in as inmates will be the homeless population. Shout out to the chat. And that's reality. Let's talk about Alabama. They're also getting ready to start building more prisons with pandemic money. How do you feel that they're using pandemic money, our tax dollars, to build these fucking prisons? And these ain't going to be small prisons. These are going to be mega prisons. Shout out to the chat. And a lot of prisons are being run by computer systems. A lot of you don't know that. A lot of you don't realize that. Shout out to the chat. It's getting real. And people need to start talking about real things. Stop with all that bullshit. All that tonteria. All that doxing. All that false flagging, motherfuckers. Stop it. Gossiping all day long. Grown people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, filled with tonteria and embusteria. Embusteria means deceiving, to be deceitful. Tonteria means foolishness, bullshit. Mentiroso means a liar. Payaso means clown. I'm speaking to you in Spanish. Shout out to the chat. Ven aquí conmigo. Que lo que, mi gente? Ven aquí conmigo. Las comidas están listas para ti. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, lo siento, no es culpa es mío. Estoy donde nada nunca se pasó. Shout out to the chat. ¿Dónde está tu paraguas? Or should I say, yo tengo una pregunta para ti. ¿Dónde está tu paraguas? ¿Dónde está tu guantes? ¿Dónde está tu cascos? Where's your hard hat? Where's your gloves? Where's your umbrella? Because we getting ready to go through a storm. And they're using pandemic money to pay for a fucking prison and to pay for fucking inmate numbers that you guys don't even realize you're carrying. Why don't people in the sector talk about that? Shout out to the chat. So I'm getting ready to close out this video, but I'm not closing out my thoughts and my opinions and my point of view. I hope everyone has an awesome day today. Be safe out there today. Have a good work day today. Because I'm going to try my best to have a darn good day at work today. Happy on birthday, Leticia. I love you very much. Shout out to my moderators. All of you. Every one of you know who you are now. Shout out to you. I'm going to have to come up with some new topics, and I need my moderators to give me some ideas. Shout out to you. I need my subscribers to give me some ideas. Shout out to you. I need my support team to start their phone calls and give me some ideas. Shout out to the chat. We out of here. Peace out. One. Wrath, thank you for coming and closing out the video, but thank you. Good morning to you. It's good to see you, Wrath. Shout out to everyone that's in my chat. It's good to see you. This is your home girl. Closing out this video. I'll see everyone later. Y'all have a good one. Have a good day and a blessed and amazing and wonderful, beautiful weekend. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. But remember what I said. Because in a few more years, the way they building these prisons, we all going to be strange fruit. We all going to be gloomy Sunday. Shout out to the chat. I'm out. One.